At the time of recording this video, I'm 20 years old. And a common question that people ask you on your birthday is, how do you feel now, turning 20? And I'll tell you how I felt. I felt inadequate and behind. It's a common place to be, not knowing exactly what you want to do or where you're going to go with your life. We might have dreams growing up, like I'd like to do this career, I'd like to buy this car, I'd like to live in this part of the world or travel here. But the older and older I got, and that actually moment where I turned 20, it was like responsibility was knocking at my door and it was like, hey, your life's a quarter over if I live to 80. Hopefully I live longer. But yeah, like what have you done with your life so far? And that was kind of it was a bit of an interesting moment there when I was sitting kind of by myself thinking, I'm 20 years old. What have I done with my life? Where's my life going? And that kind of opened a whole can of worms. I've always been a very driven type of individual. I've always had a goal of like what I want to do with my life. And that's changed a little bit. I wanted to be a pilot when I was younger. I even wanted to be an astronaut for a brief point. And then I settled on, okay, I really want to become a surgeon. And I've held on to that ever since I was in grade 7. But being driven comes with its own set of challenges. There's thoughts like maybe it won't work out. Maybe I'm not smart enough. This world's huge. I have no idea what I'm doing. And those were some of the thoughts that I was kind of thinking when I turned 20 was this world's a lot bigger of a place than I had initially thought. But my drive is still there. I get up for school every single day. I still go to work and I still have that internal drive to succeed and do well. One of the best pieces of advice I've ever received was whatever you're doing, do it with excellence. And that's been really, really insightful and impactful for me because often we don't know exactly how our life is going to turn out. We can have plans and desires for what we would like to do with our life, but often life turns out differently. There's bumps in the road which end up kind of diverting us off the path a little bit, or a door closes and another one opens and we end up taking a different opportunity. And there's a lot that we can't control when we're young. But what you can control is how you respond to the circumstances that you find yourself in. Being young and inexperienced just highlights that we can't control a lot of our circumstances. We can't control where we were born, what ethnicity we are, or where we grew up. But what we can control is our response to the circumstances or the cards that we've been dealt. How are we going to play those? And that is extremely powerful. So whatever is right in front of us, we have the choice of how are we going to respond to this situation and how am I going to put my best foot forward in this? Whoever you are, you might be in your late teens or your early 20s. I hope this is an encouragement to you because I was a driven person growing up, but I think I still struggled with a lot of the same thoughts of, even though I know what I wanted to do, I didn't know if I was enough or didn't know what connections I needed to make in order to make that happen. And there's still a lot of unknowns for me, but what we can control is what's right in front of us. And for you, it might be finishing high school or your local job where you're working. For me, it's university and teaching swim lessons, for instance. I'm gonna put my best foot forward and do the best job that I can in each of the responsibilities that I have in my life. And at the end of the day, that's what we can do. That's within our circle and sphere of influence. And that's taking responsibility for your life. So that summarizes the attitude that I'm taking on in my 20s. We'll see how it turns out, but I'm excited and I'm thankful for the life that I've been given. And I hope that you take something from this video. Have a great day. Bye.